Alright, I had to erase this earlier version of this because I had my mind was rolling over this idea. It's like, I don't think I presented it well. There was this apparently a viral video that Gen Zers got to see the way that Titanic went and the sacrifice the young man makes. And honestly, I never saw Titanic because I just wasn't into such kinds of movies. And so I know only about the story. And apparently these young men were, oh, hell no, wumpty-wump. And so and then it became this viral thing where, all these young men were like, oh, hell no, no, I'm getting on that life raft. Those kids and women better watch out, And all these women are, very upset. How could you guys say things like this? This is terrible. With their women and children, it's this lifeboats. It's, men go down with the ship, right? And they're like, oh, hell no. So the reason why, and I sat back and I'm like, you have these record low rates of men having intimacy, getting the opportunity for marriage, all these women who say they simply can't find anyone, and then more and more and more videos of, please acknowledge I exist. That's getting interesting. Please just acknowledge that I exist. And the fact that, apparently young men don't do this, that they really, really, really avoid women to the point that women are like, oh my God, you really went out of your way to avoid me. This wasn't the cold shoulder. This was you matrixed your way out of having anything to do with me. And this is a total sea change in our culture. And now there's something about this Silk Song game thing. I can't get this out of my head. I'm like, no. And didn't Anita Sarkeesian pop up again? She's trying to figure out where there's money, sniffing for cash. Sniffing around for cash. She's going to do a project. It's going to be a very important project for women in gaming. And, right, look at that flow. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm getting some good rain. I got to take a look at the slough later. Slough. Anyway, but this idea that men, we won't help you, but this was pretty serious. This idea of that it's not just taking the piss, that they're no, for real. I would get on the fucking lifeboats. What are you thinking? That's what they're there for. That kind of idea. And just this very concept of, well, what's the point of self-sacrifice for women and children? And this is a real thing because it's changing politics, the understanding of the welfare state and common charity and such and so people need to kind of think about that. Wait, so what kind of men will these be if and when they start earning? How are they going to propose? One deals with charitable causes, and really, I have no idea. I really mean that. That if they start, if a new kind of small industrialization period is successful, it's going to be interesting to see what do these young men now do with a bit of money and power. And I think a lot of women better start really considering that. Because I am. You never know what might happen. All right, have a good day.